to stand for about an hour. It's about 6:30 right now. I had one deer. Well, pretty sure it's a deer come through about, I don't know, 5:45. Came in, circled behind me, and just moved on. It's moving pretty quick. But so that's a good sign. We got deer moving. But I'm kind of in a big open hardwood area right before a drop off. And I don't know. I mean, it seems like good morning. There's not many people hunting up here, so let's see what happens. Alright guys, welcome back to Front Porch Tackle and Outdoors. As you saw in the video, the first sit was pretty slow. We only had that one spot come through. But I decided the next day I want to go back in and hunt the same spot. So I go in, I get there early, someone's already there, so I decided I gotta find somewhere else. I didn't have a whole lot of time, so I looked on the Hunt Stand app, looked at topo maps, and I found a spot that I thought looked good. So I marked it. Didn't have a clue what tree I was going to get in. I just hit the woods and headed that way. Started getting daylight, and I was like, I've got to get up in a tree. So, well, I climbed up in a tree and got my safety harness hooked up. Went to pull my gun, and well, just watch the video, you'll see. Well, I don't think I got the shot on camera, but I was pulling up my gun, just got in the tree, and I had a deer come in to my left, and one circled out in front of me, but there's still more deer out here right now. I think he's a 6-point. I had to put up the camera. I had to mount my camera with him walking around out here. It's crazy. There's deer everywhere. There he is. Not a giant, but for a public land buck, I'll take it any day. Got a long walk, long drag out of here. Golly, it's a long drag. I just sat down to rest. I don't know, 20 yards back from where I'm at now. And I sat on a little log. Here's the deer. I sit down on that log, and the same ridge that he came in runs on the other side of her. As I'm sitting there, I hear a deer. I look up, and I knew I couldn't shoot it, so I just got my camera out. Luckily I did. I wish I'd have waited, but that was a good buck came through. There was another one in front of him. I didn't get to see it, but the big one, or I assumed the big one, I don't know, the other one may have been bigger. I got it on video. And he was grunting, running back and forth, nose on the ground. And then the other one turned back, and the one I was watching lowered his head down. I don't know if I got that on video or not, but he lowered his head down and lunged at the other deer and ran it off. But man, it must have been a hot day to come through here. I heard one deer in front of the one that I shot, and it crossed out in front of me. But he was feeding, so I didn't think he was chasing. He was sitting there eating, and keep on looking to hear more deer. But he had his nose down. I thought he was feeding, so I shot him. As soon as I shoot him, another deer comes up. I get my camera out in the video, and it's a button head. Well, I thought, okay, all right, the other deer wasn't just button head, it's not a doe. So I climb down, I get him, I start dragging him out. And that's when I sit down to rest, and this other deer come running in with his nose on the ground. And I ain't kidding. Wish I'd have waited. He was a pretty good deer. But that's how it goes sometimes. It's a monster. That's my luck. After I shoot a 6-point, you gotta be kidding. He's chasing another buck off. That's crazy. That's awesome stuff. So guys, as you saw in the video, if I'd have held out for about 30 to 45 more minutes, I could have harvested that big 8-point. I'm pretty sure it was 8-point. It was a nice deer. There was like, I don't know, counting the little button head and the one I harvested, She probably had 6 bucks behind her, and I'm pretty sure the deer I did not see was a doe. It had to be. There's no other explanation why that many bucks would be on that same trail this time of year. But anyway, I was happy with the deer I harvested. But in the rut, you just never know. She could have 1 buck behind her. She could have 5. So that's just one of them things. If you can hold out, if you've already got a couple of bucks for the year and you want that big one, just hold out and wait, guys. Alabama is a fun state to hunt. So guys, if you haven't already, go like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave us a comment on what you'd like to see in the future. We appreciate every one of you, and we'll see you next time.